Hello, I am currently driving through a cloud in Calderdale where I'm about to meet up with some people. I'm not sure which people and I'm not sure entirely what for, but I'm on location to do a film of either a barn find or some sort of collection reveal. You'd think I'd know what I was doing.
How are we?
Hello.
There's a lot in there, isn't there?
Yep.
Yeah. Told you that, Tom. That's MGA, rear wing.
Very nice.
What have you found?
MG Metro 1275 turbo blow through kit
Full
there.
turbo kit.
Full turbo, SU blow through carb, inlet and outlet manifolds, everything there for a turbo.
Wow.
On your Metro. Or a Mini. Morris Minor rear doors there, bruv. So there's been a van in here at one point, so there'll be van wheels.
Yeah, no, commercial van is there now.
Yeah, I don't think you get a van in here.
Oh yeah, commercial bonnet there. No, it's traffic.
What's this door, Reuben?
I'd say that door is a Sunbeam Alpine. So just looking around, Paul, we're looking at Sunbeam Alpine doors there. We've got Morris Minor Bonnage doors there. We've got MGA stuff. MGMA front and rear wings all in this section here.
Yeah.
That's definitely MGA. That's not off the like that. There's a lot more wings there. There's a couple of Morrises, some big wings there. So they'll be easily 3000s or MGAs. Tons of cool wheels.
Yeah, there is a lot of wheels there.
There's some rare alloys over the back. There's Cooper wheels there, all Mini Cooper wheels. We've got wires and the MGA wires. A lot of sets of wires, Paul.
Yeah.
They're not all wires.
No.
So do you think you can make use of some of this then?
All of this will be very well used. Alloys are a rare thing. More Cooper wheels. There's a stack of. What they got? For mine.
What are those?
Cosmos.
They're faster.
Yeah, Cosmos wheels are. They'll be Japanese. We first know she's got.
I'm thinking there must be something really special under this cover.
No, it's books and
It's just books and that.
Oh.
paperwork, what's staying.
Always look up in your after, see if there's any signs there, bud.
Oh, I did my research. Some come down.
Jesus Christ, look at Reggie up there.
I'll see it MG.
MG 68 BB.
That's that one.
That power on look at.
He's complete, hasn't he?
Oh, there's.
Somewhere near Halifax is a big, dark lockup, which is, we can definitely say, a barn find, because all of these cars and things that are in here have been left in a will, basically. A collection of some enthusiast who, of course, as people do, don't live forever. But it's quite an interesting find as well.
I could live upstairs, right, and I could.
It's got to be alright next door to me.
Yeah.
This is a chap called Reuben.
Hello.
Hello, Reuben.
And this is our world.
This is what Reuben does. Basically, buy stuff like
I
this.
buy work, Paul. That's what I do.
You buy work.
Yes, plenty of work, and we love work, don't we?
Well, there is plenty of work here, isn't there? It's going to take quite a few van loads.
Back to Burnley to get this back.
Yeah.
What have we got here? We've got Morris Minor convertible. We've got a split screen over it back, and the piece de resistance is the Honda S800 that's buried in there. She is a rare little bus. And then we have two MGMAs at the back there with all the parts and everything. We've got Metro turbo kits. We've got everything in here. There's some good pieces in here, some rare stuff as well.
Yeah.
Plenty of Cooper wheels, plenty of wire wheels, and some cool lamps as well.
I'm going to have a little explore, I think.
You. Don't your boots, Paul.
Morris Minors, they're little old British cars that are very popular still. In fact, I think the Morris Minor is one of those cars that were so classic that they never really stopped being around, because you don't have to go very far before you see a Morris Minor still being driven on the roads. And it's down to people like Reuben, I guess, who like to just find new homes for them. And I've seen how quickly he manages to move stuff on. I need to take a few lessons off of this chap. Reuben, how do you manage to sell things so quickly? I could do with a tip or two.
Facebook, really. Well known on Facebook. I've got my name right out there.
Good with mouth.
Good with my mouth.
Me too. I've got my name on Facebook. Everybody seems to know me, but all they want to do is sell me things. Clearly, there's an awful lot of stuff to organise here, and Reuben has bought the whole lot as a job lot. Yeah, he's not just bought a couple of things, he's bought everything. And so he's going to spend the next few days just picking things up and taking them back to Padiham. But anyway, so over here, over there we can see a dashboard out of an MGA, which is somewhat connected still to the other part of the car. And then there's another part of an MGA just up there with a roof rack on it. And then the boot area of an MGA. And then, well, apparently there's two of them. I can only see one. There's a saw. Probably leave that behind. Just underneath this lot's not even been disturbed. So what is actually under there, I don't even know. But as we can see, there's an awful lot of minor parts knocking about. Oh, and seats. Oh, look at those lovely red seats. Ah, they're nice. Made of real red plastic, but you know, the kind of plastic that didn't deteriorate absolutely loads. There's a winch bolted to the floor, obviously for dragging cars from outside in. Cars that can't move themselves, so sometimes they can't. Do you know what? I can't wait to see what happens when you start looking under that pile there. Because
that's exactly what I want to get into.
Yeah.
Just set your camera up and get in there, Paul. Just start moving stuff if you want, bud, and have a look for you.
All the books and records that you're leaving behind, isn't it?
Anything automotive I'm taking. Well,
Right.
I bought everything. So I can take all that. So just as I went through, there is some. I'm an antique man as well.
Oh,
So,
what, you like the antique saws?
oh, we like antique saws, we like antique calculators we've just pulled out.
Oh, gosh.
We've got dome top trunks.
Name on it.
Stephen, that's yours.
Must be mine already.
That'll take some filling up, won't it? As far as I know, the Morris Minor isn't even that rare because there are that many still about, but ones like this.
These ones will come like Christmas.
Oh, yeah. The old split screen Minor. That's a really early one. I'm looking to find out what the year that this one is.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
What? What's that?
I've seen you depart a Rover. You don't like this box?
That wing's had a bit of welding on it. Not the best job. Looks like it's been started and not finished off, just like the rest of the car. There's a nice pan. Looks like a pan to me. Oh, that doesn't open. That one sort of does. But how long ago? How long it's been since this door has been opened? Oh, blimey! Guess what? Somebody's been security conscious. Reuben, there's a crook lock on this.
I'll move that.
I know where there's a crook.
Somebody was concerned about it being stolen. People like Morris Minors, but the real rarity in this abandoned lockup, I mean, a lockup of distant and faraway dreams, we can find something.
The lockup of broken dreams, Paul, Paddy.
Yeah, but not like this one. At a glimpse, it might just look like an MG midget until you look at some of this bright work here, all the way along the top of there. It is a Honda S800. Don't know how many of these are left in the country, But this is really the truly exciting part about this particular find. Without actually asking any questions here, I'm going to assume that this Honda was made for the American market due to the size of that indicator on the side of there. By the looks of that, it could have actually been only 22 years ago when this car was last on the road. As soon as we got in the building, Reuben here was talking about what was what. He just identified all sorts of things, and so he knows what he's doing, he knows what he's looking for. I've forgotten what most of it is. So as well as filling a van up with all these bits of automotive, what may be somebody's junk, to somebody else it is all very, very nice items indeed. The first job here is just clearing out a lot of this automotive stuff and sorting through some of it, deciding what's keeping, because basically he's paid for the lot, so he can take what he likes. But I think anything that's left behind is just going to be binned, but I don't think there's going to be anything left behind particularly. Then once that is sorted out, and they've been cracking on, these two chaps, the moment they come in, they just started working. They didn't hang around for a cup of tea. Actually, yes, they did. In fact, they said, we need to have a cup of tea first. How did they manage to do that? They have a cup of tea and work at the same time. I can't multitask like that. As soon as the van's filled up, I think this old moggy here is going to be pulled out because the excitement over the Honda S800 is rather high. Yes. Do you like that? Are you excited by this Honda, Reuben?
I'm very excited over the Honda.
Yes, that you certainly look like it.
I'm getting it out now. I'm also excited about the Moggy convertible, because you know me in a Moggy. You can't beat a Moggy, Britain's favourite classic car.
Yeah, well, they certainly are, aren't they?
People love a Moggy. You'll always sell a Moggy, no matter what condition it's in.
What is the appeal of the Moggy, do you think? Why do they sell so easily?
Because they're on if you think of a TV show that's based in the late 50s, 60s, 70s in England, that's filmed in America, filmed anywhere, they've all got a Morris Minor in them.
Yeah.
Every TV show, movie, English movie from that age, they've all got a Morris Minor in them. Either that and Mini or a Land Rover. So they're the three quintessential British classic cars that are known the world over.
Excellent answer, thank you. Then there's an upstairs as well, and apparently there are some slightly rotten floorboards, but it doesn't look too bad to me. I think I could walk up there quite safely. I think we've got too used to things like handrails to feel safe on steps. That's a rather lovely old suitcase. It's places like this that make me fearful of my future. Because although recently I've been doing lots and lots of clearing up and trying to get rid of things, but that's only been because I've been pushed into a situation. If I had an area like this, I would probably have the same thing. Why sell things cheaply? Well, why just get rid of stuff when you can store them? The amount of wheels up here is quite astonishing. There's a hell of a lot of weight. Oh, and with those stairs as well. I wonder if the safest thing to do would be to just stand at the top and just roll them down. Let them bounce into the bottom. Maybe with a building as old as this, you might just knock a wall through though. It's a huge collection of wire wheels. Yeah, mostly wire wheels and a few alloys like this. Now, Reuben's already told me what these are for, but I can't remember. But 5 stud. 5 stud look like 13, 14. Yeah, they're not exactly big. Of course, all of this lot is of absolutely no use to anyone in the modern world with modern motoring, but it would appear that there is still a thriving Morris Minor community. I was about to question how this bonnet could even get up here, but then I noticed that there's actually a trap door just there, so lots of yes, and some sort of well, there's a rope there. Presumably there'd have been some sort of pulley device up here at one point. But it is a rather rickety old building. I mean, it looks nice, but actually, well, I can see daylight through the roof. That means that you're going to get moisture and water coming through. You know why? That's the way it works. Water molecules are far smaller than the gaps, like that. Some rather big scraping sounds going on down there. Now, the point I would like to make is that if I had somewhere like this, I would probably also have it loaded up with things that never sells, and eventually I'd have to leave it to somebody else to sort out. Ah, S800. We have a couple of spare S800 wings. These wings here of the S800 are going to be kept, no doubt, even though they're bent, they've got rust on them, and lots of patina, because they could be repaired. You're not going to find one that isn't rotten. The difference between car parts that are 20 years old or 30 years old even, and car parts that are 60 years old is quite simply that the ones that are that old can still be of value. Whether they're rotten, whether they're bent, whether there's no paint on, they're still going to get saved because you can make the thing up with what you have there. I do actually feel quite at home up here. This is the kind of loft I'd love to spend a night in. Oh gosh, I'm always saying things like that. It's never going to happen, is it?
You are? Oh, I do know it. Pulled everything else out.
Right, which one? That one?
That one.
That one? The same as in...
Looks like it as well,
Is it the
actually.
same S800 engine?
Yeah. And that's another S800 engine. There you go, it's a full engine.
They weren't known for braking, were they? Or were they?
Well, I don't know. I know a little about him.
Hey, I bet there's still some battery life left in that.
We're going to play a stake on that tomorrow.
Yeah.
I can't do the beat motion today.
So the bonus here is finding 2 extra Honda S800 engines. And if I use my magic powers of just knowing what something actually is without even having to think about it, I'm going to say that it nearly slipped into the wall just then.
All right, turn it up.
I'm going to say that that is 781cc. I slightly misunderstood what was going on here. He's brought the van in so that the tyres can be pumped up on that moggy and not to lift that engine in. Maybe the engine's going in as well, but the cable doesn't reach. God, this has got a bit bangers and cash. Non-collapsible steering column. With more modern car parts, they tend to just get thrown away. Once you can't rely on the reliability of any of the things, they're completely valueless. But with older stuff like this, I think it's just... It was built out of make, do and mend in the first place, so you just need some more make, do and mend to make them do and mend.
They're a lot easier to move rather than the round and flat.
Yeah.
Because that's not moving all over that, is it?
No.
Tax on that.
We've done it again. He said, oh, I'm going to have to strip all my fuse box. I said, just go into coil unit.
Yeah.
I said, why? I haven't touched that. So you not unplug it to into your fuse box? I said, yeah, I did.
There's another one.
Well, that looks a bit out of place. That is, I'm sure that's a Sierra wing.
Sierra wings. I mean, what gets me, and I love it, is the difference of stuff in here. We've got everything quintessential British, we've got Japanese, we've got Sierras.
Yeah, that actually is more out of place than everything else.
Yeah,
Sierra.
a Sierra wing. You need to be crying for that, don't you?
Yeah. The pile is getting smaller and the van is getting smaller on the inside. Yes, I did say that. It wasn't a mistake. There's not a lot of room left in there now. 1. They reckon it's going to take about 3 days worth of clearing out. Maybe they've forgotten about what's upstairs. So I've been invited to come back and see the progress on the Honda, although I don't think there's going to be any progress as such. It's just going to put it up for sale. And it wouldn't surprise me, in fact, if he didn't even try to sell it. I bet he'll stick it on the trailer, and by the time he gets it back to Padiham, somebody will have already bought it. Blades.
Yeah, bumper blades.
Yeah. More of them. Now, that's quite a big wing. What's that from?
MGA.
An MGA?
MGA.
Right. It's huge.
Yeah. We'll be okay. I guess got that.
Is it?
That's really mad. I'm
No.
over.
I did.
Sierra, that. It's Sierra. Look at the shape at the top of it. I'd say not the Sierra, it's still a gold man, that.
Isn't it amazing how that kind of thing went out of fashion?
Cool as. And now everybody wants to.
A bit of plastic.
Do you know what? Let's try that. What a door shut sound. That's interesting. 5 stud wheels on a car this size. Honda are known for really rather revvy engines, but you may assume that this is a new thing, or at least a 90s thing, with things like the D16, which would go up to 7,000 quite easily, and then the engine that they put into the Honda S2000, which went up to 8,000. Might be a bit more, come to think of it. No. 1965, this engine would rev up to 10,000 RPM. That's impressive. Probably used up a lot of fuel though. That 10,000 RPM only gives you 70 brake horsepower. That's not too bad, being as that the engine is less than a litre, and it was the first ever Honda that could do 100 miles per hour. Before I was born. Currently the thing is stuck on its brakes a little bit, which is entirely surprising. Surprisingly enough though, the moggy rolled freely out of the way.
I got MBSE, so all these days. Come on, bro, keep going. Right. And stop there, whatever you're stopping on.
Wait a minute.
Go on.
Flat down.
Yeah. Right, she's yours. Right, we've cleared that post. Another 4. Touch more. Right. Back it up. She's out. Come on, Luke. Come on, come. Give it a shot. Go. Back of it. Pretty thing it is. Yeah, we've got that bro. Yeah. Right. She's out.
This is a rather exciting moment. Didn't take up a lot of space, I'll say that. The next rather exciting stage is pulling it out of this big lockup, and it's quite a slope as well. Quite a slope that, so I am presuming that we could have a bit of a problem with the brakes, but he doesn't seem to be overly concerned, so presumably he knows what he's doing. I guess he knows what he's doing. No, I didn't think you. I didn't think.
This is not a look lost. 22 years she's got a seat.
Hang on. Oh, you're just about clearing it. Gosh, that was close.
Come on, bro. That helps, doesn't it? Get a driver in, John. Keep going. I'll tell you to get back going quick, so you don't get back. Keep going.
Now this isn't what I was expecting. I thought he'd be sat in there.
Come on, come on. Right. Gentle. Yeah, you got it out.
I guess the thing is, it's not going to roll that freely anyway, so it's not exactly just going to disappear off down the road.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one.
63 seconds. Go now.
What's that? I'm not going to try it. Not going to try it.
You should get one of yours size.
She'll be alright this thing.
Yeah, I'll be able to drive it.
I thought it was a boat on the beach. What is it?
She's out, Paul! I'll back it back there, we'll chuck a load of wheels on.
How's the air not escaping out of that?
Right, back in front of the unit, yeah?
Yeah.
You have to take it further, don't you?
Yeah.
Original Nardi wheel.
Yeah.
And not enough space for a 6-foot man. Right, to finish this off, I'm going to see if I can actually get inside this car, because I don't think I'll be able to. Because to me, this looks even smaller than the MG Midget hardtop.
It's from the wheel backwards, but then from the cab backwards, it's a lot smaller, isn't it?
Yeah.
What, one? Two.
Just one. Oh, there we go. Ah, but there's nowhere to put my head. There's nowhere to put my head at all. Oh my. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, arm completely out the window. Can actually touch the. Can touch the back wheel. Check the wheel nuts are still on whilst you're driving along. Yep. That's amazing. Yeah, but
Out the window.
I wouldn't want to drive it with the roof up because these metal beams are actually hitting the top of my head. Right. It's getting out as easy.
Very late. You have to close the skirt over to get that out of there.
I tell you what, it's just as well lost a stone by eating eggs. Because otherwise I really would have struggled with that indeed.
Happy days.
Thank you.
Thank you.